everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's video we are taking a field trip to my most favorite Indiana antique store. I went there with such a long list of things I was hoping to be able to bring home with me, and I cannot wait to share with you what I found and how I'm going to use it in my home. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. So one of my most favorite places to do some vintage and antique shopping is the Exit 76 Antique Mall in Edinburgh, Indiana. My son and his fiance live in Indiana, and they have the best antique stores that I have come across anywhere. So whenever we go to visit, a day is always set aside to hit some of the local places, and Exit 76 has got to be my favorite place. This is where I found my most treasured childhood cookie jar last year, and this trip also proved to check so many things off my list. Exit 76 is one of those spots that have at least 100+ different vendors, and you can literally spend hours walking up and down the aisles, and you are almost guaranteed to find a sure treasure. Whenever I go antiquing or vintage shopping, I always make a list of things that I'm looking for because I am so easily distracted. On this day, I had a list that probably had like 8 to 10 different things on it that I was looking for, and I was so happy to have found so many of the things on my list. One of the big things on my list was to find 1930s green uranium depression glass. When I can find this glass in my area, it is super expensive, and I usually like to buy things in sets so that I can start a collection. I was so excited to see so much of the uranium depression glass here at Exit 76. I was definitely able to buy a few pieces, and I cannot wait to show you what I got. If you were about my age, you were probably a Longaberger basket collector back in the day, as I was, and I was so surprised to see so many baskets here. The prices were really pretty good. They were probably about 50 to 60% off of what they had sold for originally, which, you know, if you are a Longaberger lover, is really a good deal. So we were at Exit 76 for hours. We made our final selections and we were on our way. We stopped at a couple other shops on the way home, and this was just an awesome trip. I found so many things that I had been searching for such a long time. The prices were really great, and you know, having my son and his fiance there really kept me laughing all day long. So let me show you all of the treasures that I brought home. One of the things that has always been on my wish list is a 1940s Western electric telephone. Now, I have seen them over the years in shops like in my area. The last time I saw one was in Luckett's, Virginia, and that price tag was $86. So when I saw this up on the shelf at Exit 76 with a price tag of only $30, I could not have been more excited. This telephone is in such great shape. It's such a perfect example of those retro Bell System Western electric telephones. It has its original telephone number still attached here, and it has that great rotary sound that I just love. These old phones are really heavy. Like, it's probably 6-7 pounds, I would say. It had its original cord in the back that my husband removed for me, so I just love this piece. Without a doubt, the perfect spot for this telephone is here in the living room on my secretary's desk next to my 1930s portable typewriter. I just think this looks perfect. It's like I have completed this look. Finally, I have been looking for a phone like this for such a long time, and I just couldn't see spending, you know, almost $100 for it. So when I saw it on the shelf for $30, I was so excited because this is how I had envisioned my desk to be here in the living room for such a long time. So this 1930s portable typewriter was one of the first portable typewriters that they made. So I have it here with just some greens. I have some vintage hankies that I bought locally with some really pretty old letters. These letters are from 1913, and I just think this whole look is exactly how I hoped it would be. So I think that it looks beautiful here in the living room. This is how it's going to stay probably forever. And the only other thing I would love to add is to get a few more vintage letters so I can put them, you know, in those little mail slots in the back of the desk. One of the many things that I like to collect are vintage kitchen, you know, utensils and gadgets and little appliances and things like that. And I was really excited to come across this 1930s Broom flower shifter. This is in such good shape. I have seen them in the past, and oftentimes, you know, like one of the sides will be, you know, kind of crushed in. And I was excited too that it had that little green wooden knob there, because I really do like to collect any of the pieces that have the wooden knobs attached to it. So this one I think is just beautiful. I think it's going to be the perfect spot to collect my vintage cookie cutters, which I also came across a couple of them on my trip. I like to collect the little heart ones, so I have 2 hearts here, and then this really pretty little flower cookie cutter that I had never seen before. So I was really excited to find this. So I think what I'm going to do is just add these to the inside of my flower shifter, and we are going to find a good spot in the kitchen to put it. So I think I found the perfect spot for our flower shifter here in the kitchen. I have this little peg rack on the side wall, and I like to change it up for all of the different holidays and seasons. Right now I just have a bunch of my collectible kitchen gadgets. I have my little 1930s hand mixer here. It also has a little green handle, which I love so much. There's some cookie cutters. I have my long cheese grater there, and right next to that I have the flower shifter. I really couldn't love this more. I think it's the best spot to add my little antique cookie cutters, and it looks so perfect here on the wall. I'm really excited to think about how I'm going to decorate my kitchen when we completely remodel it, and I just hope that I have a perfect spot for this peg rack. Maybe I'll be able to add another one to it to make a whole little collection. But for right now, I think this is just picture perfect, and I just love the way it looks. So like I said, I really do love collecting vintage kitchen gadgets, and I was really happy to have come across this 1914 Marion Giant flip-flop toaster. So I think that this one might be a little bit younger than 1914, because you can toast 2 pieces of bread in this toaster, and I think the ones that originally came out in 1914 were only able to toast 1 piece of bread at a time. This toaster is in such great shape. I don't think I have ever seen one in such good condition. It has a few little spots of rust on the top here. I think I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit. I don't want to be too aggressive with it, because, you know, some of those little age spots are really what make it so beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I think I'm going to wait until my my kitchen is all done, because I'm going to have some display cabinets, some glass cabinets in my eating area that I'm going to use to display all my little finds. And I think that this is going to be such a perfect addition to my kitchen. I just think these old pieces are just so beautiful, and I'm so excited that I was able to find it. And I think the price tag on this was only $20. And so the big find and the star of the show is this set of 1930s green uranium depression glass. Isn't it just the most beautiful color? I was able to find 4 dessert plates, 4 saucers, and 4 of these beautiful cups. Now, originally I thought these were like sherbet cups or a little dessert cup, but I had seen them listed as champagne glasses. So whatever they are just so beautiful. This is called the block optic pattern, and I just think it's so pretty. And you can see that each of the pieces match back to that little cup. Isn't that so beautiful? I have been a big fan of depression glass for a long time. I have a whole set of silver rimmed depression glasses in my china cabinet that I was given by my father-in-law, which were his aunts, and I just fell in love with depression glass. Now, I had seen pieces of this green uranium glass a lot of places, but I had never seen it in sets before, and at Exit 76 they had a ton of it. And from what I understand, this was put out in the 30s by an Indiana glass company, so it makes perfect sense, you know, that they would have an abundance of this. They also had a lot of the Vaseline glass, which is like a yellow shade, but of course, you know, green is my favorite, and I think this is going to go so beautifully in my kitchen in those display cabinets. So here's the story behind the uranium depression glass. So it's known for its unique coloration. It glows under black light due to the radioactive uranium content of the glass. Now, don't be alarmed. It is a very minimal amount that is comparable to, you know, the trace amounts that you find environmentally in, you know, like bananas or spinach or whatever. But it creates this beautiful color that does actually glow when properly lit. Now, I don't think I will be displaying it under a black light, but I think it'll be really cool to pull out, you know, for a party trick on occasion. So the only other thing that I brought home really was not an antique at all, but they had a big display from the Hooser Candle Company, and they are a small batch soy candle maker. These are made locally, and they had the most delicious scents. Every single one of the candles smelled so good. I brought home the warm vanilla sugar candle. Vanilla is one of my most favorite scents of all, and this just smells so good. So I thought this was a nice little souvenir to bring home from my weekend. I'm going to try to put a link to this candle company down below for you. I'm not sure if they have a website that you can purchase from, but they were all so good. I hope that they do, because I want to order a couple of the other scents that I saw there. So I will be sure to leave a link to this down below. So that is everything that I picked up at Exit 76 Antique Mall. I cannot even tell you how much fun this trip was. My happy place away from home has always been vintage and antique stores. I just love the history of everything, and just the idea that, you know, regular people just like you and me use these items way back when, and they were a part of their daily lives. So you'll have to let me know in the comment section down below which vintage piece I picked up was your favorite. For me, it's really hard to pick, but I have to say the uranium depression glass really ranks up there with some of my most favorite finds ever. So if you are new here, I hope you will join our communities over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends so we can build our awesome community. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have, be kind to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.